Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a tutorial for you guys and it's on a recent photo shoot that I did. So I did some tones on the photo shoot that I did in my backyard and I've had a couple of requests for it, so I thought I would show you guys in Lightroom. Now just keep in mind, I know a few people have been asking about whether I'm still using Photoshop, and of course, yes, I definitely am. It's what I use most of the time, but I am looking at getting into more Lightroom based tutorials as well, because there is a lot of people out there that do use Lightroom, and to be honest I'm still learning myself, because I haven't up until this point used a lot of Lightroom. So I know you guys have been giving me a lot of helpful tips lately and I'm very appreciative of that, so thank you. But anyway, I will get into the tutorials. So this photo shoot was done in my backyard and it was with a professional team. It's kind of funny though, because when I was shooting, the lighting was not the best on the day. It was really quite harsh. Up until this point of shooting, I really didn't think that I was going to be shooting outside. It was mainly for studio purposes. So it was going to be indoors, but then I just really wasn't feeling the shots indoors, and then the lighting from the studio just wasn't working with the look as well. So I thought we could go outside and take some. The light was really harsh at that time of day. However, we managed to kind of stay in the shadows a little bit. And in doing that, I used a reflector to get that really gold effect. It was a gold reflector. So it's really quite warm at the moment. But if I hadn't have used that gold reflector and I had to use the silver side or the white side, it wouldn't have given as much tone within the image as far as a nice warmth that we could work with. So by using the gold reflector, as you can see right now, it is very, very warm, probably too warm for my liking. So I really did use these tones to kind of make it a little bit cooler and a little bit more professional looking, I hope. So yeah, anyway, without rambling on too much, I'll get into the tutorial. So the first step is going to be altering the temperature. Now this is done a little bit differently to how I originally did this photo, because I originally did the coloring on this photo first and then did the skin editing, whereas for the purpose of this tutorial I've done the skin editing again and I'm doing the coloring second. So it's a little bit different to how I originally edited this particular photo, but anyway, we'll work with it. So the temperature I'm going to move down to -24. And we're going to cool it right down. So automatically that's given it a much better tone overall. The tint we're going to move up to +7, because I like having that pink undertone in the image. Exposure we're going to move to -12. And then we're going to move contrast to +24. Okay, we'll move down to highlights now and we'll move those to -10. We'll move shadows to -17, just to kind of give a little bit more depth to them. Whites we'll leave at 0 and blacks will move to +7. Once again, giving a little bit more depth in the shadowed areas. I brought down the highlights a little bit because they were a little bit too bright for my liking. Clarity will move to +7. Vibrance will stay at 0 and saturation will be -7. Just because some of the colours are starting to pop too much. Alright, now we'll move down to the colouring. So hue first. And we'll move the reds to +4. We'll move the oranges to +4 as well. We'll move the yellows to -11. And the greens to +24. Not that it really matters in this image because we don't really have too much green. The aqua will be moved to -4. Blue will be -31. And we'll leave the next two at 0. Now we'll move on to saturation. And the first 4 sliders I'm going to leave at 0, so red, orange, yellow and green. But we're going to move aqua to -20. So it's probably just the only thing that's going to be coloured with aqua will be probably the eyes in this shot. But in some of the other shots I had, there might have been a little bit more green or aqua colouring. We're going to move the blue to -13. Purple as well to -13. And the magenta to -11. So we're just getting rid of that really overly saturated pink. Now we'll go to luminance, and the only 2 sliders I'm going to change is going to be yellow and green. So yellow I'm going to move to +13, and green I'm going to move to +20. Alright, now we'll go down to split toning, and for the highlights I'm going to move the hue to 62. I'm gonna have to type that one in, maybe. Nope, there we go. And we'll move the saturation to 2. So it's just going to be a really soft colouring in the highlights of the image. Shadows, we're going to move the hue to 151. Gonna have to move this over again. And then saturation will be 3. Alright guys, so that is pretty much the finished look. I will show you guys a before and after as well. Like I said, keep in mind this is a little bit different to how I originally edited this image, but I tried to get it as close as possible. So this is the before and after. So as you can see on the left, it's a lot more stronger warmth, stronger colouring, especially with the yellows in the image. It's just too warm. Whereas on this side we've really cooled it down a lot and given it a lot more of a white light overall, so it's just made it a little bit less warm and a little bit more hopefully professional looking as well. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep the requests coming as I'm trying to do as many videos as possible. I'm trying to get up 3 per week at the moment, which is a bit of a struggle with a full-time job, but I'm just trying to do it because I really enjoy it, and it's nice to know that if some of the videos help you guys out, then that's really great to hear. So keep the requests coming, and I will see you next time. Bye.